Imagine a social network built for you, not for profit. Imagen Network puts control back in your hands, combining AI-driven personalization with blockchain-backed ownership. Your data, your content, your rules. Create stunning content, build genuine connections, and monetize your work, all in a decentralized, transparent platform where privacy is prioritized. Ready to experience social networking reimagined? Join Imagen.network today and take control of your digital world. Imagen Network.
Click the link in the description below.
Redefining ownership.
But I remember they dropped something on us, and it's a lot of people who just don't care about. They care about relationships more than the money.
Yeah.
And that's how we are. Like, the money is one thing, you know what I'm saying, but relationships last forever.
Right.
So that's dope. But going into the show, man, getting the preliminaries out of the way. This Diddy trial is finally in the hands of the jury. I'm kind of getting tired of it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm ready to see it done.
I'm tired of it at this point. I'm ready to put an end to it. But I probably asked you before, how do you see this thing going now, man? What's your prediction?
One, I thought it was a big ass waste of time. I think after a week, we knew everything pretty much that was going to happen and what was going to be said. We ain't see anything new since we had Attorney Shabazz on. The prosecution in this whole case emptied its load within the first 4 or 5 days. So it was very redundant, very boring. I personally don't think they have much on them, but I'm still standing 50-50 on whether or not this dude's going to be found innocent or guilty, because although I think that the prosecution brought absolute shit to this case, I don't think this was a federal case at all. He's in this position for a reason. They've had what they've had, and he's still sitting in this position. So if they really wanted him, and they wanted him for any alternative reason other than what he's being charged with, we're going to find out if they bang that gavel and it's a guilty verdict. Because looking at it, they ain't got shit. They don't. This is an abusive relationship, a freaky ass relationship that should never be wasted by taxpaying dollars. And here we go. But if he gets found guilty, we know that there was definitely ulterior motives involved, and what those are, we'll never find out. But I'm 50-50 still, man. We'll see.
Yeah, I just feel like they're gonna give him something. I just feel like, I feel like the fix is in.
Right.
I agree with you. You hit the nail on the head. It shouldn't be a federal case. It shouldn't be a RICO, and it shouldn't be no sex trafficking. Let's just keep it a buck.
Right.
Like, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Now, prostitution or whatever, paying for prostitutes and drug use, weapons. Okay, 5, maybe 7 years. Hit him up. But see, the feds, they want to stick it to you, because the feds, first of all, they're going to sentence you in months.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and their charges are always heavier than state charges, and they always add on more. So for example, like, okay, you got a gun charge. They're going to say, oh, you about to use the gun to kill somebody, and add that charge and shit that don't even exist. They're pulling shit out of the thin air.
Right.
Or, you got this, you got a drug manufacturing facility when you just using that shit yourself.
Right.
Like, just adding things to give you more time. That's why I think that, one of the reasons why I think the fix is in. Again, a bad person, a creep, a womanizer, an abuser, a drug addict, all that stuff, you can, check the list one by one. But some of those heavier charges that they, trying to going after him with is crazy. One of the guys, I forget one of the guys that's very controversial, white guy, he was saying, why now? Like, because everybody's doing this shit. Yeah. Why Diddy and why now? Like, this is a common thing that goes on in Hollywood: sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they do. They pay for people to sleep with and whatnot and all that. Why Diddy? Did he get too big? Did he, was it because he went after the company? Was he getting too political? All these things are in play when you look at the history. And like I said, I was telling before, I seen this one interview where I heard Diddy talking, and I'm like, yo, all the stuff y'all be seeing on Instagram, that's Diddy, but he got a whole nother side of him to where he's a brilliant dude, bro.
Yeah,
and he can articulate himself very, very well. One of the things about Jay-Z, he's not the best articulator when it comes to speaking.
Right.
But he can rap his ass off and do it. But Diddy's not the best when it comes to rapping, but talking, I'm like, damn, this dude's really saying some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, like the way he put it together. So I just feel like they were scared of him, like kind of going down that lane, because like you said it. anything he touched turned to gold, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like he's flipping like anything. He's making that shit $100 million industry. Liquor.
Serial winner, man.
Yeah. So
Bro.
if you start wanting to influence people, and remember, he was trying to start his own political party.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't talk about that. But when you say this type of stuff, you capping for him and all this. He did this. They went through all the negative shit that he did. I understand. I could see that.
Yeah.
But look what he was trying to do, though, with his power. At a point in time, he was doing some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But he woke up and said, all right, look, I could use this for this. Oh, hell no, you ain't doing that. We snuffing your ass out. That's what I truly believe is going on. I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to stand on it.
Especially when Cassie threw out their lawsuit, they we got a smoking gun. We got it. There it is. Let's get his ass. And that's what we got. And for that reason, I think that I don't. Will Diddy walk out on time served and get up out of here and be a free man in a couple days? It's hard for me to believe that, even though he should be. And I'm not saying that I want him to be, because obviously from a moral perspective, he's done some underhanded shit, but we ain't dealing with a moral trial, and I'm not a moral judge. So if he ain't convicted of the crimes that they convicted him with or tried to accuse him with, let that man go. But we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.